And and we are back. Last time we left our adventurers in a wonderful conversation. A conversation that basically ended with our fantastic duelist bodyguard, lieutenant of Sabario's forces, admitting to his scout that he was the one who uh, took down his older brother in a duel of honor years prior. The same duel that landed that same lieutenant in the bridge cruise. At the time in which this happened, a little bit before that, we also learned that Torvin, the leader of this merry band, had also had to disavow his own wife's words against the hierarchy of the Light Eyes in order to protect himself and his rank. Not the specific words in which Torvin would use, but it is what the rest of the world of Roshar sees. We will dive back into Roshar at that same dinner table within the Amalan estate, previously Sabario's, but he likes to rent it out, in which our heroes are quiet after this revelation.
What do you mean, killed my brother?
I was supposed to duel a son of Ayaket, and I knew your brother. I knew of your brother. It was messy. And I take no pride in it now. But I was far more skilled than your brother. And it was a duel that was supposed to be to first blood. And I killed him. And I tried to make it look like an accident.
You murdered my brother.
Yes, I did.
Where is your honor? You just gave a nice long speech to Torvin here about an oath to keep your men safe and talking about the upcoming duel that we're supposed to do and how they're not going to fight fair. And yet I come to find out that someone who I've been vouching for, who I trusted, and you openly admit why? Why would you do that in an honor-bound duel of all places? You're a murderer.
Yes, I am.
Why?
You grew up with him.
Yeah, I did. He was my brother, my family. He was
Your
a product
brother.
of my father, as am I.
Your brother was a tyrant, and he abused men that I cared about.
So that made you judge, jury, and executioner.
I made a mistake.
No. You didn't make a mistake. You made it very clear to Torvin not 2 minutes ago that you win. You don't lose. And you just admitted there was no mistake. That was cold. That was calculated. You did this on purpose. Yes? So what's the mistake? Was the mistake that I was supposed to be there instead of my brother and that you were supposed to murder me? Did you know that? Did you know that I was supposed to be the one that you were supposed to duel that night?
I did not.
So if I showed up, would you have murdered me? Am I a tyrant because of my last name?
If you think that I feel justified in what I did, I don't. I served my time. I paid my price. I am a criminal for what I did. I regret it. I was younger, I was foolish, and I did think myself greater than. I imagined myself some sort of grand adjudicator of who should live and die. Your brother hurt people. So I killed him.
Why does my family continue to storming haunt me everywhere I go? Do your men know truly who you are?
Some.
And they willingly follow you.
Yes.
You were supposed to be the most honorable one here. You've been nothing but on this high and mighty, almighty mindset from the get-go.
Do you want to punish me?
I should
Do
kill
you feel that that's right?
I should
Do you
kill
want
you.
to kill me? Is this what we are doing?
Torvin, at this point, gently steps in just to put his hand on his shoulder, on Nevod's shoulder, just to try to calm him for a moment. He
What?
doesn't say anything.
Torvin, what? Feel free, speak your piece. It's out there.
Just,
We're dining with a murderer. Brightness Cierna, any thoughts?
I understand how you're feeling.
Do you?
Trust me, believe
How?
me, I do. I know what it's like to deal with that kind of loss. But I also know the consequences of rash actions. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're feeling, just sit with it for a little bit.
Sit with it. Sit with it for a little bit. I've been sitting with this since the day it happened. I play it over and over every single night when I close my eyes. I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to be the son that was lost, not my brother. And you know what the worst part is I actually despised my brother. And I hate my father, and I hate my family. You're a liar. And you are a murderer. And I just thought more of you. How am I supposed to trust you?
How
How am I supposed to know that you're going to go off and decide what you think is right is the best path forward? You paid your time. Bah. I'm going to get up. I'm going to walk out those doors. Because if I don't, I would say that I don't fight fair. And that would be something you're unfamiliar with, but turns out we're a lot more alike than you think. But I am just a drunk, aren't I? And a fool. And you're a murderer and a disgrace, and you have no honor. Your friends should get out now while they still can. And I'm going to get up, toss my plate aside, and I'm going to storm out.
I think the silence will sit in the air for a minute. Torvin, if Dialan, if you had taken a look at Torvin at any point while he was berating you,
Oh yeah.
you would not have seen a lot of sympathy from him there. There's a reason he didn't step in. And he'll turn to you and he'll ask you very bluntly, are you going to try and do anything about this?
Dialan gets up from the table and starts marching directly after Nevod.
He's gonna grab you by the elbow as you walk past. I don't think that's a good idea, Dialan. You need to give him some space.
I would like Torvin to make... Oh, wait. What's Torvin's cognitive defense?
17.
17? Okay. I am going to fall into Vine stance. And as you touch me, I'm going to use my reaction to toss you. I'm going to grab you by wrist and elbow and launch you away from me.
All right. Go for it.
You do this in the estate.
In the Amalan estate, absolutely.
Fantastic. Torvin, is there an athletics check or anything for this?
I am the one making the athletics check, and it is against his cognitive defense. I have rolled an 18.
Okay.
And mine is 17, so that beats it, right?
Torvin, you are... Yes. Torvin, you are launched away from... You realize you've watched Dialan duel. Not duel. You've seen him end lives. And the reaction of trying to get the understanding of a companion and then remembering, oh yes, this man can be a monster if he wants to be. The reaction time for that is too fast for you. And you are sent across the dining table. Immediately when that happens, the guards, not your men, Dialan, but the Amalan soldiers, immediately point spears towards you.
Okay, everyone needs to calm down.
Torvin will gather himself quickly. He'll be thrown and I'm sure hurt, but will immediately
trying to
get
help
up
you.
to put his hand out to the guards to like tell them to like back off as well. As Cierna's saying that.
You hear one of them, our bright lord said that you were the highest of priorities while in this estate. Talking to you, Torvin.
It's fine. We're just talking. We're all going to stay here and continue talking. Right?
Dialan is singularly focused on finding Nevod, but he looks at Torvin. We weren't done talking, and he's going to run away, and this is going to get worse. He ran away from his entire family into the Shattered Plains, and he's either going to try me for what I did, or we are not going to resolve this. We are soldiers. This is the way things will be. If he thinks I have no honor, then he should prove it.
So, what's your plan? You're going to chase after him, tell him that you're going to hash it out right now, and what? Instigate a fight? You're going to fight him, most
We're going to do
likely.
what soldiers do.
Push him to the edge so that you can kill another man. Is that what you're telling me?
I want Torvin to make an insight, and I'm going to roll a discipline.
Ooh, I nat 20, 24.
That's a 13. That is a 13.
Here, I'll take a screenshot.
That's also an opportunity, good sir, on that natural 20.
Dialan's
As you
not
guys
walking
are
out there. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. As this is happening, there is a knock in the distance, as if there's another visitor. As the sun is starting to set, now you guys are getting into late afternoon, closer to evening. After a moment, a servant walks up to you, Cierna. Excuse me, Brightness. There
Yes.
seems to be a gentleman calling for a Bright Lord Eoket.
Oh, all right. She actually like interrupts the flow of your argument and says, "Neither of you move." That's an order. She's saying that directly at Dialan. You're my bodyguard, so do the guard thing. And she walks out.
You follow your servant, who's kind of like, everyone hears this argument happening, so it's like they have to ignore it, but know that it's in this space. So she's kind of like got her head down and then leads you to the front of the estate, where you see a around mid-40s, lanky Thalen gentleman you've never seen before. Massive white eyebrows that kind of go down, and kind of looks sketchy to Cierna. He kind of looks like a sketchy fellow. And he turns
I
to
look
you.
to the guards in the room. Can I
They're
help
all
you?
just evening, Brightness. I'm looking for, I believe, Bright Lord Nevod Eoket. We kind of have some business on a certain delivery that's happening soon. Apologies.
Delivery. Is this right? She. The Thalen man. Yes, from Thalena. Yes, the storms and the materials.
Oh yeah, my cousin. My cousin's here, and he just came in on Ninth Light. He has, I'm assuming, the resources that Nevada. I'm sorry, Bright Lord Eoket had asked me to acquire for him.
Oh. I see. Well, she has no idea that this is a secret for Nevod. Well, those materials are actually for me, so if you need to be paid, if you're delivering, then I can take care of that for you.
I'd be happy to, Brandon, but it's more of a it's more of a more discreet transaction. So if you can get me in contact with him or any of your any kind of like points to the guards associates would like to move the cargo themselves, I can't really be seen in the situation, if that makes some sense.
You truly just missed him, but I don't know where he went. I'm terribly sorry. I would help you if I could, but
Storms. Oh, sorry, Brightness. That's fine. I'm sure my cousin can spend a little more time here. He's actually waiting on a friend of his as well. Just tell him I'm here.
okay.
You should come get the supplies as soon as possible. It's kind of hot.
I will find him right away and send him to you.
Have a good evening. Sorry again for the late delivery. Between the Everstorm, the High Storm, and a couple of
It's a lot to work
ridiculous encounters. Yes, it was.
What was your
was a
name
lot.
again?
Medlin.
She will remember that. Noted. Thank you very much.
And kind of like the little curtsy and then a bow and then kind of like waves himself off and walks off. Are you sure nobody can grab this stuff? Because if he doesn't show up, I'm gonna have to find a new buyer.
Well, she's just like, no, I need my materials. I'll go. Is it a lot? Is it heavy?
I mean, if you got a few choles, it's a good amount of supply.
Choles. She looks to one of the servants. I need help. No, wait, I need to find Nevod. You wait here. She storms outside. She's looking for Nevod. She's abandoning everybody to go find Nevod. Okay. I need my materials.
All right, go ahead and I'll just ask Nevod. Nevod, where are you headed?
Oh, I'm muted. I mean, I didn't leave that long ago, so like, there's a real possibility she could catch up with me. Nevod, when similar to the interlude, when extenuating, extreme circumstances happen around him in the world, he tries to find a quiet, high place to hide away for a bit. So I think for him, he would try to be heading off to, I don't know, some sort of like tower and or, something where he can kind of just duck away and just process everything that just unfolded. And so he's Fantastic. Not heading in any particular direction. He's probably just looking for some place that's high and kind of tucked away.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Stealth.
Do you want perception?
Yes.
Deduction while I search, try to suss out where he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fitting. I was gonna say I was gonna volunteer to do it at disadvantage because I'm not like being stealthy because I'm so in my own head that it's like I'm probably bumping into guards. I rolled a 2 for a 9, so it kind of works out anyway.
If it's perception, I got a 10.
You're barely
barely beat you.
You find a small little area that's kind of looking out into the Shattered Plains itself. It's secluded, but at the same time, you being the only individual here, you are easily spotted from others. I will say it only takes but half an hour or so for Cierna to find you.
Oh, no. Do I have to use the
with-
surge to get
with
up to
this
wherever he
poor-
is?
Yeah, with this poor Thalen man. Oh, you said to have him wait, correct? At the door.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to wait. He can follow me or whatever.
Okay, I think he
That's
wants
fine.
to follow you so he can get
Yeah.
get this transaction going.
Yes.
With this man hounding you as well, but you see Nevod kind of sitting before Cierna gets there. Nevod is, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I think I think he's probably looking out into the shattered plains and probably like looks off into the direction of where Sabarial's war camp, or not Sabarial. Oh my
Sadius.
god. Sadius, yeah, I'm just man. Sadius's war camp, and in just so many things are running through his head, and he is mad, and he is frustrated, and he is hurt, and there is an everstorm within him of feelings, and he's just unsure. And for someone who feels like he's got such a good read on people, he just feels completely blindsided by Dialan in this what happened. And there's a lot of conflict because there's a part of him that is a small part that he doesn't ever come to truth with, or to come to light with, that he keeps buried underneath all that occasionally. And I think in this moment surfaces to where he's this the smallest amount of happiness that his brother's gone. And I think that kind of constantly looms over everything. And it just goes back to the shame and the not being good enough and being a fuck up and being the reason why, and just so many things that have been drilled in him. And I think he's kind of sort of breaking down. And I think he would probably at some point. Are you there?
I do not understand human emotions, but I will try.
Why does it haunt me, Saris? Why?
The world gives obstacles to most individuals. It is your choice to hold on to the feelings in which those obstacles have bestowed upon you.
What feelings? There's so many. And I don't know which one I should hold on to. I don't know which one is real. I don't know.
What is
Who
the
am I-
truth? What is the truth you know, Nevod? Nev.
He murdered my brother.
More.
Brother wasn't innocent. He was a tyrant. He was every bit my father, but it wasn't necessarily his fault. I mean, we both. I just chose not to. Yet, I'm the one that's at fault. I'm the one to be blamed. I'm the one that's wrong for not wanting to be him. And it's not fair. Because I tried so hard for so long. I can't. And I live these lies. And I make these stories. And it's more comfortable to be somebody else than myself. And I'm ashamed because it should have been me. And you're here. And everything is happening and the world's falling apart. And I don't see the path forward. I don't see which way is true. I am lost like I've been lost my entire life. And I'm sorry, Sarah. I don't know what it is that your mother sees in me because there is nothing there that can do any good to anybody.
Do you believe that I chose wrong?
Yes. What do you see when you look at me? What am I? Who am I?
I see fear. But fear does not mean a lack of courage.
Coward.
Understanding that you are afraid and still continuing the journey. That should be worth something as well, Nev. The edge dancer approaches. And you hear the footsteps of Cierna, who you see Nev kind of sitting.
His back is to you. He's facing out. He just hears it, and he tries his best to gather himself in this moment. And he kind of turns to look at you, and you said that Medlin is with you.
He's
and you
following
can
her, yeah.
And you can see, like, it's visible. I mean, there is tears, and it is not a pretty sight. And he sees you, and then he sees Medlin, and his eyes go wide, and he immediately turns and faces away. And I think he just kind of like freezes there for a moment. Brightness, can I help you?
I'm really sorry to come after you like this. But this man says he knows you and he won't take my money and I don't know what to do.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'd be happy to take your money, Brightness. I'm just saying, myself and your companion here, we have a transaction, and I just want to make sure he got his sphere's worth.
Why did he come to my house for a transaction?
That's a great question. And he takes like a deep breath, and he turns, and while there is still the red puffy eyes, there is this slight smile as he kind of turns and he kind of hops down off of this ledge. I'm very surprised to see you here, Medlin.
Well, when it comes to making spheres, that's kind of the thing I'm into. Now, listen, my cousin's been going through it when it comes to this specific transaction. So if we could get this going, I'd really appreciate it.
Cierna looks so confused and concerned.
Sure. Would the usual spot work for the drop-off?
Usually it would, but seeing as how this is a larger amount of resources that you asked for, I'm gonna need some assistance. As I told Brightness, you probably want to bring a chol cart, something.
Brightness, you will need some men you can trust in your inner circle, maybe guards you've known for a long time, to strip themselves of any sabarial colors and
Did you
be in
purchase
plain clothes.
illegal materials?
They're not illegal, Brightness.
Okay.
No.
They're just,
No one said illegal.
but in the line of work in requiring such rare materials for one as yourself, being as, well, Joel's out of the bag, it's better to keep some manner of distance from pickup to drop off, so to speak.
Oh,
These are required on the up and up.
okay.
I'll
Soul casted aluminum, very hard to come by.
How much did you get? Her eyes light up.
Enough to make the most fanciest fabrial.
what you
It kind
asked
of looks
for.
to
What you asked for, Brightness.
Perfect. All right.
I will accompany them as well to make sure everything goes smoothly, since I'm familiar. But we will need a Joel with a wagon, preferably covered, and I would say a handful of guards. And I don't think I need to mince words where a certain someone will not be a part of that retinue.
Agreed. You two need distance. Anyway. Let's take care of this then, please. I don't want strange people showing up to my father's estate.
Oh, he's not
Sure.
strange. Maybe a little funny looking and out of place. And he kind
You
of gives
talking
like
about
a
me?
stark look to Medlin when he says out of place. And more conversations to be had, I suppose.
yeah. Starting off with, I didn't know this certain transaction was going to be so hot. On his way
Well.
here, my cousin had to deal with bandits, issues. I almost felt like it was a setup.
What?
How do you mean? What happened?
Well, some strange individuals just showed up out of the blue, according to my cousin. He's a man of his word, kind of like a politician back in Thalen City. I digress. But he basically said how if it wasn't for his aid or something, I don't know, said she had some moves. Anyways, took out all these bandits, but it was basically explaining how some of them were using weapons that didn't, I don't know, just a little off.
I'd be curious to know as to how they knew about the shipment in the first place.
My thoughts exactly. Give me a deduction roll.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I also do that?
You can. You do not have. You would be at a little bit of a disadvantage as you don't have the same information that Bod has.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
okay.
my deduction is shit. But I have an opportunity, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to take one so I can roll again.
When I say disadvantage, I mean your DC is just going to be higher.
Yeah. Not great. My reduction's not super great. 13.
13. The only thing that comes back to you in that conversation you were having with Medlin is what happened after the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I only
Sons
got
of
11,
honor.
so
Yeah, not that.
Interesting. Soul casted aluminum too.
I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can make aluminum on Roshar.
I don't know. I just get
Yeah.
hired to
Stormfather, is that you?
broker.
Sorry.
Mm.
Right. And Nevod like does not want to be dealing with this at all. This is like the worst possible time that any of this could happen, and he is just so like, but like he's the only person that can do this, and he knows it's very important to Cierna, and he's probably like
The sooner the better.
yeah. Right. Let's just handle it now.
Oh, outstanding. Let me lead the way.
And I'll go with Cierna back, and I'll say get a handful, and they don't ask questions. They just look menacing and wear plain clothes, cloaks. I don't want them to stick
Oh, I'm
out.
sorry. You're saying you guys are heading back to the estate?
Yes, because
Okay.
we need to get a couple. We need to get a couple men for the
I
chol
will
and the
pa-
wagon and a little bit of security. Yeah.
I'll pause you right there. After Medlin says, we need to hurry it up. Give me a deduction roll.
Yeah. It's an 8. I'm rolling terribly. But I also think I want to go and get it because he is being a little bit like something fishy's going on. And so I was like, it might not hurt to have some backup when I arrive.
Absolutely. You guys start making your way back to the house, to the estate. And every once in a while, Medlin keeps making not detours, but stops. And he keeps looking over his shoulder. And then even with an 8, you already established, you are wondering how he knew. Well, Cierna said it. He's at my house.
Yeah. And he had no idea who I was, from my understanding this whole time. So we're gonna
And he's like bringing his hands a lot. He's looking around. And as that's happening, Dialan and Torvin, what are you doing at the estate?
So I'm imagining this is right after Cierna left, picking up from that point.
Mm-hmm. It's been a few minutes. It's been like 10 minutes so far.
Been 10 minutes. So,
give or take.
I would have been picking myself up off the floor after Dialan threw me like that. So I'd probably be sitting across from Dialan, sort of tending to myself and muttering a little bit and just kind of scowling. But just making sure that Dialan doesn't leave. Maybe at some point, like Dialan may have tried to get up, and I would have been like, "You're staying here."
I just want to circle back real quick to that discipline and insight roll that we did.
Sure.
Okay.
The reason why I wanted you to throw that is because you had said, what do you want to do? Go out there and kill another man. And you see a shadow of something go over his face. And you sort of recognize that he wasn't going after Torvin to kill him. Dialan was going to walk out that door to go and die. And so he is sitting across from you, staring off into the middle space, grappling with all of the emotions once more of the day that he took a man's life unjustly for the first time, grappling with the day that he was sentenced to the bridge cruise and being summarily judged by the one man who deserves more than anyone else to actually judge him. And
So are you saying that Torvin got that sense that you were going out there to die with that role, or
yes,
like, okay.
yeah, you may have, whether you want to however you want to justify it, you've seen men walking off to their deaths. He asked, Dialan asked Nevod if he wanted to kill him, if that was his want, if that was what felt just, and Nevod said that he should, and so it was going to be.
Well, as Torvin is tending to himself and sort of rubbing his sprained shoulder.
Now Armin is kind of like bandaging you right. I'm sorry, Akeem is bandaging you right now.
Torvin would, without looking at him, say softly, "So that was your plan? What are you really trying to do here, Dialan?"
It's the same thing I've always tried to do. I'm just trying to do what's right and protect people that don't deserve the hurt that our culture puts on them.
You want to stop this culture from hurting people?
Yes.
Is that what you were thinking when you killed his brother?
Yes.
I see. You sure it wasn't just for yourself?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think most days that I was ever meant to be a warrior or a duelist or take part in any of these things. I just happen to be good at ending lives. And that's all that it is. And the first time I thought I could use it for good, it ruined my life. It continues to ruin my life. And I don't think that I should be in charge of men. But people that say they are more important than me keep telling me otherwise. So I keep leading these poor, storming, uneducated, spear-wielding boys to their deaths.
Look, Dialan, I can appreciate the part of you that clearly has regrets about your past and maybe the things that you've participated in. But I really don't think you have the perspective that you think you do. If you want to fight against this culture, you're not going to do it by killing another noble in a duel through underhanded means. That is just more of the game that they play. You weren't doing anything different. You were doing exactly what they do.
Do you think that I didn't learn that lesson on my first bridge run?
I'm sure you learned a lot in the bridge crew.
You know,
I'm sure you also know that your bridge was not the first at the edge of that chasm. You were not the one heading up the front of that line. Though they'd never put you in that kind of danger, even you punished as you are.
do you know what it sounds like when a man has been skewered through the liver by a Parshendi arrow, and you have to push it through and then drag him 300 yards and bandage his wounds and hear him call out for his mother while you hold him and know that he is going to die. And then when you insist that you be sent first, and that you be sent instead, you're beaten until you cannot run. And then your entire crew resents you because you didn't need to run the next day. But none of that matters because you held a man as he died. And all you can think is that it should have been you. I don't think you know my perspective, and I don't think Nevod does either. But that does not take away the fact that he does deserve to feel the way he does about his brother's death.
You weren't going to go give him that perspective. You were going to try and find absolution. Really,
where do
you
I
were
find
giving
that?
up. You don't find it. You don't get to undo your past. You don't get to change the decisions that you made, the choices that are set. You did what you did. I've done what I've done. You just live with that. You're not doing Nevod any favors by pushing him to that edge, by forcing him to. He lets the words kind of hang there. You're doing that for yourself again.
I don't know how to not feel rage inside of me every time I think of the people who rule us. Every beating given out for a drill done wrong. Every man that is sent to his death to save the life of someone more important. and every single man sent into servitude in the name of money, fame, glory. How do I not be angry? How do I not want to kill the people responsible?
If you're looking for me to tell you to not be angry, you're so far up the wrong tree. Be as angry as you want. I think it's the only thing that I see in you that makes sense to me.
Akeem, at that moment, tightens the bandage. Feel a wince of pain. Sorry. Oh, this looks pretty much done. I'm gonna try and find some more bandages or something. He stands up.
I'm fine. We're good.
Why is it so quiet? And you watch as an arrow hits Akeem
Oh,
in the chest. Both of you are also struck with arrows. During that, I was rolling. I got a 16 plus 8 and a 17 plus 8.
I'm sure that hits me. I'm sure just about everything. Yeah. I might be dead. We'll see.
No worries. I rolled low on damage. Torvin, you take 9 points of damage and use your deflect where you need to. Dialan, you take 10.
I don't think I have any deflect.
I didn't get hit.
Oh, you did? Well, that's 16 plus 8?
My defense is 19. Oh, 16 plus 10?
Plus 8. 8.
Plus 8? Oh, so 24 total?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. So you take 10 minus your deflect, because I know there's no time when Dialan is not wearing his armor. Arrows just shoot through the window area of this dining area, shooting across the dining area itself, just nimble, covered in black cloth outfits of sorts, faces covered as well, to which you can only see their eyes, and blades at their sides kind of just run by. Guards try to prepare to attack and are immediately cut down, and they just start dashing towards past the rest of you and up the stairs. And then there are two that stand at odds with Torvin and Dialan. In combat, besides that surprise, because they were stealthy as all storms, you guys, now that there's no longer a surprise to be had, you have first initiative if you are doing a fast action compared to a slow action. So my question is, what action would Torvin and Dialan like to take?
Can I hide? Well, no, I would like to. Is there any cover? Do they have arrows?
There's a table. This is a theater of the mind, so I'm going to say yes. There are pillars in this area that if you would like to take cover from these individuals, you may.
Yeah, assuming they have more arrows, that's the first thing I'm gonna do is take cover.
Okay. Akeem dropped in front of you, Torvin, and you immediately leap over to a pillar. As you, honestly, it's all happening so fast you don't know where they could be, so you just find cover immediately. Dialan, are you taking a fast action?
I am going to take a slow action.
Oh,
Slow action, got it. Go ahead.
oh, is
Torvin.
taking cover an action, or is that something?
I think that's,
if
I'm
you-
just going to call it a
You
movement.
you can use, yeah, it depends. If you're actually hiding to defend yourself from incoming attacks, that's considered brace, which does take one action.
It's still a fast action. Okay, good to know.
Okay, yeah. So I will do that, and I guess I'll do a slow action too. I'm gonna do steadfast challenge on these two.
I'm trying to think. With brace, does that count as the no, you guys are level 6. I'm tripping. So you get 2 actions, correct or no?
So with slow action, you get 3 full actions in a round, and they can be divvied up however the action economy works for the things that you have available.
Got you. So we'll say the movement
And the quick is
then-
1.
A fast action is 2.
Fast action is 2. Oh,
Mhm. The advantage to doing a fast action is you move before the adversaries.
Yeah.
oh. So
And
I could do
then
this as a fast
there's-
action. I could
Yeah,
brace
there's
and do
essentially
steadfast challenge.
Yes.
There's essentially 2 initiative tracks. One is fast. Everyone who took a fast action that goes first. Everyone who takes a slow action goes after. Players go before enemies. That's the whole initiative.
Yep, it's coming back to me now. We just haven't had a fight in a bit. So yeah, so I'm gonna do steadfast challenge as a fast action, and I'm gonna
Got it.
brace and do steadfast challenge. Yeah, so I can use
Can you
2
read that
focus
off for us?
points. Yes, sure. So spend 1 focus point to make a discipline test against the spiritual defense of an enemy you can influence. On a success, they become disoriented and gain a disadvantage on tests against you until the end of their next turn.
Fantastic. Go ahead. Am I rolling? You're rolling because you're trying to beat this individual's defense, correct?
It's a discipline test against their defense. Yeah. So I roll discipline, I guess. Okay.
You got it.
Yeah.
Discipline offensively is so. I love this system.
Also, you have an opportunity. Remember that as well. No, raise the stakes because this is a very important role.
Okay. All right, that's a 15 with a blue on the raise the stakes die.
Opportunity. All right, 15 is their defense, so meets it, beats it. So you said they are disoriented?
Yes, both of them are disoriented.
You got it. Both of them.
Yes, because I used 2 focus. I spent 1 focus
One for each.
For each.
That's massive. Okay, read off disoriented. You can't use reactions. Your senses may count as obscured. The perception tests are gained at disadvantage. Go ahead and tell me what you did that kind of threw both of these would-be assassins off.
Oh, I don't know. What would I do? That's a tough one.
You just like go. No. No.
No.
No.
That would throw somebody off.
What the?
I just say, Dialan, get him. Look how big he is. And I point at him.
That's amazing. After that is their turn.
Wait, did Dialan go?
He's taking a slow action.
Oh, right.
They are going to both take fast actions. They step up to the one closest to them, being Dialan. And that's their first action, is to move. And then second, they are going to take out these gnarly looking daggers. With a 7 plus 8, that's going to be 15. That is too low for your defenses. However, they're going to use a focus to use Twist the Knife once per turn When they graze, they can add their attack test modifier to that graze damage. So they're going to have to use 2 focus together in order to do graze damage. Another 10 deflected.
Gotcha.
And then the second one is a 17.
17 does not hit.
All right, that individual is also going to, so they're down 2 focus.
I would, so he struck me. So I am going to use, I'm still in Vine stance.
You are.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and make an athletics test against their cognitive defense.
Okay.
Once again. So we're going to roll athletics. And that's a 25.
That's, yep, 10 over.
Amazing. I am going to, is there a window within 15 feet of me?
Yes. That's where the arrows were.
Okay, so Dialan takes the strike, and then he understands that he needs mobility, and he's going to need maneuverability. He can't have anything getting caught on anything, so he looks this man in the eye, snaps off the arrow that is sticking out of him, and then grabs him by the belt and a piece of leather that is upon him, and I heave the man through the window.
Torvin, you watch as one of the individuals fly past you through the window.
Additionally, that man
Wilhelm
loses 3 focus.
Oh, he's going to be gone for a minute. As
All right.
when you lose all your focus in this game, it's not a fun time. So I will say he is out of the combat entirely. The second individual also rolled too low, but he's also going to use his twist the knife. It's free to use, but 5 plus 13, and then subtract your deflect.
Oof. Yeah, I'm bleeding. I am bleeding.
What you also notice is his aim. He is not aiming to kill you.
Okay.
He specifically aims for one of your arms and just slashes. And if he was a little bit off, it seemed as though he was going for a muscle or a tendon that would have made it difficult for you to swing your blade.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, that is very interesting.
Those are their actions. It's your turn.
Dialan is furious. He's overwhelmed by the fact that Nevod has completely reamed him out and torn him back into the moment of his greatest failure. He's being ambushed. Torvin's been struck, and so Dialan is going to, as a free action, I'm going to spend a focus, and I'm going to switch myself to flame stance. And I'm going to, so my attack actions are going to gain advantage. And I am obviously within melee range of this man. So I am going to attack him 3 times.
Go for it.
Yeah,
I love watching you work.
that is precisely what is going to happen. And first roll is a 25.
Hits.
Next roll is an 18.
Hits.
Yeah, Nev's never fighting
And
you.
the next roll is a 19.
Nev's
Hits.
never fighting you.
Okay, so that is those are all so that is 18. So that is
He's dead.
14. So that is 20. Yeah, that's
Maybe.
32 damage total.
Total?
Yeah.
Yeah. You 3 slashes into this individual, cuts them down. It looked as if they were preparing to retreat as the other individual got thrown out of a window, not fast enough as they're completely cut down in front of you.
Torvin is like, at this moment, he's like running with his sword out, like coming at him, and just as he reaches him, just like you're finishing your 3rd cut, and the body hits the ground, and Torvin's like, got him. All right. Great.
Yeah. It was just a flurry of blades. Flame Stance is a squared off, decisive blow, very like Blossom of Death kind of situation. And he turns around, looks back, looks to his bleeding arm and the arrow sticking out of him, and then looks to you and asks, "Are you all right?"
I'm okay. I'm not bad.
I need to find Cierna.
Yes. That should be our priority.
That is our priority. And I mean, can you run?
Didn't someone run past you and go upstairs? Isn't there like
did.
someone like that? Like, would that be like
There were-
where?
There was more than just those two in the building, and they did run up the stairs. And as you were all thinking that, thanks,
Do I hear
thanks to
anything?
Sorry.
Nevod,
I was just
You
like, in
do-
case they forgot that. I was like, "Meh."
you hear a few, and you see one of them kind of like stumble down the steps with arrows like in their chest as they just fall to their death. Turning the corner, bow kind of like at the ready, in a gorgeous like silk robe, you see Kelly.
Oh,
Just like,
Oh. We're good? Good to see you.
there were two more. They ran past me, and I'll tell you later.
are the Amalans alive?
You hear a crash coming from behind Kelly further up the stairs.
Oh my god, okay. Ooh. Dialan looks to Torvin for guidance. Where do we go?
Where is Amalam? Compared to us, compared to where Nevod and Cierna would be.
So, the Amalon family, presumably, were up the stairs having dinner like in their own space while you guys were having dinner downstairs, basically, is the difference. So they would be up the stairs and down the hall of this massive estate, because it's Sabarial's freaking spot.
Okay.
Are you asking who's closer?
No, I'm just asking for the general position, like just the general understanding of where people are.
Mhm.
Torvin would say, we can't lose Cierna's family. Not right now.
Cierna's a radiant. He just looks to you. He doesn't want to have to make the choice.
I will go find Cierna and Nevod. The two of you go make sure everybody's okay.
Dialan sprints away.
Kelly looks at you, Torvin, probably for the better. You did not seem as though you were going to take out that individual. She charges after Dialan. As that
He really
happens
is the
and you're
best.
leaving Torvin, you see kind of charging up Sadanar and Hyron. And they look to you. Is everything okay?
We're under. Have you been attacked? Are you all right?
No, we heard combat.
We're under attack right now.
Where's our lieutenant?
He went off to go support the Bright Lord. We are going to find Cierna. How many people are here that have run into me? You said Sadanar and who?
These are basically Dialan's two go-tos.
Just
His
the two of them?
sergeants. Yeah. Mainly, I'll just roll the die and see how many of your subordinates are with you. I mean, Akeem was in there. There's like 5 more individuals behind them.
Okay. The two of
So you want us with you?
No, I'm going to split them up. The two Dialan's attendants, I'm going to send them to go take care of, to go help him.
Okay.
they will probably work best together. I'll take the remaining 3 to
Got
come
it.
help me go find
They charge in
Cierna.
into the estate. With that, Dialan, you turn the corner. Are you heading towards the crash?
It's the only thing I have to go on. Yeah, absolutely.
Got you. You run down the hall. You turn a corner to where you basically, it was like a blast of like stone being moved. You come to this lavish, gorgeous door, which you're assuming is where Cierna's parents would be. You open the door. Massive hole in the back of this gorgeous, lavish room with a small dining area. You assume the couple were eating together in. You do not see the Amalans. What you do see, standing from, you'd assume 7 feet tall, in brown and red shard plate. An individual kind of just searching and looking around, and then looking at you.
Do I recognize them at all?
You do not, because the visor is up. I'm sorry, is down.
Is down. Do they look threatening?
All shard plate looks threatening, but are they look? Well, the weapon that they are carrying is not a shard blade; it is a large warhammer. They are holding it with one hand, a warhammer that usually is held with 2. And it seems as though they literally like lifted the bed that was in this room up, as if they're searching for something. But for the most part, there is no other individual in here. And when they look up to look at you, it is not in a attacking manner.
What are you looking for?
Voice muffled from the shard blade itself. Is none of your concern, Lieutenant.
I raise my blade. Okay.
This is the GM, Craig, asking. Is this the route you wish to take?
I think everything considered, the only thing that Dialan can think right now is that he thought about dying today and about how everything that he has done hasn't really felt like it's mattered because it's always been death. And he's going to feel a peace wash over him. Then he's going to ask again. Well, he's not going to ask, he's going to command it. You are going to tell me why you are here, or you will fall like the rest.
You put yourself in your stance. You blink for but a moment. The flash of lightning, like a storm, that being in shard plate leaps towards you. And we'll be back after this quick break. Get your snacks.
God damn.
Get your rest. We'll be right back.
Bro,
It'll
what
only be
is
like
this
a 10-minute
episode?
break. Fear not. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. These guys
Stressed
are
out.
professionals.
I'm stressed out.
We gotta take a little breather.
I feel itchy.
And we're back. We left you on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm gonna get through these announcements pretty fast. Okay, we got Blood Money tomorrow, early, 2 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. Wait, I did it backwards. I messed up. 2 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. PST. Birth Between Branches Tuesday, and then the season finale of Heirs of Honor next Thursday. Final episode of this portion of our hero's story, which might be over this episode. We don't know yet. We're about to get into some crazy stuff, y'all. I'm kidding. Now that if you need to catch up, youtube.com/MagiRPG, where you can find all of our episodes on there, as well as if you want to yap with us, you can find us on discord.gg/MagiRPG, where we'll talk about all this stuff as well. With all that being said, an individual in full shard plate was charging at our lovely duelist. But as per usual in combat, our PCs have the first go. But before we jump into all of that, we're going to go to the other side of Sabario's war camp, where Cierna and Nevod are making their way back towards the estate with their humble merchant friend, Medlin. Mhm.
I have a quick question about this person. You said he was looking very shifty.
He was.
Am I able to make an insight check? Because I remembered that I have an item that helps me insight people. I have an emotion bracelet.
Use it.
Okay.
Ooh, we finally get to use a fabric.
Let's go. Use it.
Yeah. Okay, so the first roll is really bad, so let's see. Okay, that is a 15.
Beats it.
Okay.
What would you like to know specifically? He looks shifty. He's looking all around in different directions. Your eyes actually meet with his, and he's specifically looking in alleyways. He's looking in just more shadowy areas. Something is definitely off.
I'm trying to understand, what is he looking for, something, or is he just being alert?
It seems as though
There's a
going
difference
off
between
of his,
knowing something will be there and simply looking to be aware.
I think he's waiting for something that he is assuming will either be there, or an individual who's looking for being told, hey, this is going to happen once you get this set up for me. He is the bait for a situation.
And he's ahead of us.
He is.
I am gonna kind of grab onto like your cloak or your sleeve, Nevod.
Mm-hmm.
Like very gently so as not to startle you, and kind of slow my pace a little bit. And I'm giving him a look and looking to the merchant.
Ironically enough, because I also had clocked that, I literally just kind of glance at you and like almost like we're just kind of having a casual conversation because we're like in the marketplace and we're making little stops and whatnot, right? I'm gonna say, I'm aware. I'm glad you caught that too. Something might happen. We could be in danger. Oh, that looks lovely. And I point to like this like thing on a shelf, like, oh, that looks lovely. Like just trying to play it, but like seeing you kind of clock it and give me that look. And honestly, you see like a bit of surprise from Nevod, like he's kind of impressed by that. Like, oh.
And both of you give me perception checks at advantage.
Yay.
Perception.
I rolled the same thing twice. Oh my god. 7.
Oh my
7.
God, bro.
I use these same dice for all of my games.
I am rolling like hot trash. I rolled a 12.
12.
Oh, no.
There's a bunch of whispers going on around you guys. You don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of guard movement. But other than that, usual day as you continue making your walk.
I want
Um,
to like kind of like give her a subtle nod to like walk, like stay next to me, like stay right next to me.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna approach Metlin and just kind of like and as he like maybe stops, you know, and kind of looks at something, and I'm gonna kind of like stand like right next to him, so I'm like close, and like I'm looking down at like whatever trinket he's kind of looking at, you know, as it's like we're making these kind of like random little stops, and I'm just gonna casually, again, almost like we're just having polite conversation, but I'm just gonna say, "How many should I expect, and when?"
They showed up in cloaks. I didn't really get their faces, or I'd give you more of a heads up. But
As he's speaking, I like pull something, and then I literally turn and smile and like hand it to Cierna as if we're just talking about this item.
I don't know.
She'll
They
play
kind of
along.
snuck up on me a few times. They really come out of nowhere.
And you're to lure me or to keep me busy?
A bit of both. I don't think you're the main objective, if that makes any sense.
I assume his eyes dart to Cierna in that regards.
Turns to Cierna, and then he also looks in the direction of the estate.
Yeah, I figured. It's kind of kind of like what I was kind of putting together. It's kind of clicking a bit in a sense.
Both of you make athletic checks for me.
What? Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, athletics, strength. So good. I'm more nimble, Greg. So, you know, one could say, because I'm aware, I could potentially spin and do some kind of.
I love arguments. Go ahead and roll. What is it? Agility? Correct?
Yeah. It's a
Go
little
for
bit better. So it's just a little bit better. Please roll well. I suck so bad today. It's like,
I would love to also argue agility because I already made my roll, but I
You
would love
also,
higher.
yes,
Okay,
you
'cause I'm
also
nimble. That's
are
my
aware.
thing. 16.
13.
16 and 13. I rolled an 18 and a 15.
Oh no.
They both have +4s. Now, the athletics check is just for a grapple. But both of you, in that moment of you trying to figure out who's coming, what's going on, feel a tightness on your arm and a grip that feels as though it will not release you.
I'm just gonna make myself awesome and be slippy.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yes,
as-
yes, queen.
As
yes.
you do that,
I'm gonna have my
whispered-
whispered moment.
yeah, in that moment, Nevod, you hear the whisper of, "Your father wishes to speak with you." As that's happening, you breathe in Stormlight, Cierna, and as the individual is grabbing onto your arm, you turn on your abrasion and immediately just slip right through. Give me a discipline roll. We want to see if you light up.
Oh no! God damn it! Discipline. Oh my god, the dice are really telling a story. 10?
10? You know what? You just lighten up. You glow ever so slightly, and people who need to pay attention because it is that twilight time of the day. So sometimes your eyes can play tricks on you. The individual who tried to grab you kind of stops for a moment, looks to their companions, where there are now 4 individuals behind you guys. That's what that perception roll was for, to see if you guys could see them coming up on you. As that's happening, they kind of are thrown off. They kind of stammer for a moment. The one individual still has you, Nevod.
I am happy to see my father, but Brightness here has already spoken to them today. She will not be needed.
still faces hidden by their hoods. Is real, like, everything about this says shady, ne'er-do-wells, do not mess with this whatsoever. There's a flashback kind of to that scene that Saris gave you but a week back. And the words that are returned to you are, we already have most of the Amalan family with us. Perhaps you would like to come along as well.
They're saying this to
They
me?
turn to, and then one of them turns to Cierna and says, most of the family.
What do you mean, we? I'm looking around for guards. Are there any around?
Now that you're focused on guards specifically, you do not see any. Mainly because they seem to be somewhere else. Or heading in the direction of something else, something more dire.
And I can't see any of their faces or anything like that.
Their hoods are down. You know what? Give me one more perception check.
Oh, okay.
If you're like looking at all their gear and trying to focus in on them.
I want to see if I recognize any of them, like anything about any of them. If
Mhm.
they're light-eyed, then I would probably have seen them at court. That was perception 21.
With the 21, you do notice that a couple of them are poorly covering up some of their clothing underneath, and you see red and brown colored attire.
Of course. Okay. I think she's helplessly looking to Nevod because she has no idea what to do.
Yeah, I mean, you're awesome, but he also has no idea what you can and can't do, and it's like he's also worried about your safety, and I think knowing that guards are going to probably to the estate, being that there's no one here, then it's not safe for you there either. And right now, Nevod is thinking he is the only protection you have, and so I think he says, well, I think it's about time I had a conversation with my father, and I think I would love to have the company of the brightness with me. If you would, my dear. And as I say that, I'm going to extend my arm to you, and then I'm going to, without speaking, I'm going to talk to Saris, if I may.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say to Saris, I know you don't like speaking to other humans, and we had this conversation, but I feel like this is important. I am asking you to please tell Cierna discreetly that she is going to see me say and do things and hear things that makes me sound like a traitor, but I am loyal to her and to Sabario, and it is imperative she believes that and knows it. Please.
As you ask this of Saris, she kind of pauses and then doesn't say anything back. Within a whisper at the side of your ear, Cierna, you hear specifically what the word for word what
Is it like it's like a
Nevod said.
replay of what his voice said in his
It's
mind?
a replay, but in a more femme voice.
Okay.
The strange,
She-
like crystallized vibrations behind it as well.
She
And-
looks. Her eyes kind of widen for a second, and you kind of get it, and she will take your arm.
Yeah, and then and I'll kind of glance at whoever's holding me, and I'll look down on my arm, a little professional courtesy. You know, I was ready and waiting.
This individual, when they move their arm, you see a tint of green on their sleeve. Your father was worried you run off. At the same time, basically invisible to these individuals around you. Oh, mistress, this seems like a very precarious situation. Should I go retrieve your bodyguard? As Liliana is kind of snaking along as you guys are walking in the direction of these individuals. I assume this is the rightful objective mission of a bodyguard. I believe Bright Lord Dialan isn't doing his job at all at this moment.
She's just nodding silently.
Just a curmudgeoned old woman, like
Dialan cannot win today. He is just. This is not his episode.
It's a bad day.
Yeah, this is a bad day at the office. Meanwhile,
I will go retrieve him at once. And kind of
she's just nodding.
Slithers off.
Deer in the headlights, just.
And you guys begin to head in the direction away from Sabariel's war camp.
quick question, just before
Absolutely.
we cut. Do they have Medlin come with us, or do they let him depart?
There's a whisper, and then the handing over of spheres, and then Medlin nods and makes his way up.
Noted. That's all.
Back at the estate. In the same moments in which you are preparing yourself for battle with this shard plateware, not shard bearer, as he wields a warhammer. What you do hear is the footsteps of soldiered boots, and coming in after you and kind of looking sideways at Kelly, you see Hiram and Sadnar and a few more of your troops. Oh, storms. Of course you get us in this situation, Lieutenant. And they ready up their spears.
I hate that. Hate that a lot. Yeah,
we hate it
okay.
too.
Okay. So I have to take a fast action here. There's really nothing else to it. I've got 3 opportunities saved up. And by God, I'll use them. I'm still in flame stance, and thus
Got it.
I am going to I'm going to attack twice. I am going to attack twice. That's all I've got. I look this shard-plated man in the visor, and I just say, we don't have to do this. The Amelons can just be in peace, and you can walk away. And I'll attack.
Possibly pieces. And you attack.
Yeah. My first attack is a 27.
Hits.
And my second attack is an 11.
Misses.
I will, on the second attack, use my once per round combat training. I don't think it'll do damage, but I am going to graze.
Okay, for the second attack you're grazing?
Yeah, on that second attack, I will use combat training once per round. When I miss with a weapon attack, I can graze a target without spending focus, and I am going to do that. And that will still deal 9. That will deal 9 keen damage, and my first attack will deal 17.
Got it.
And if I'm not mistaken, I want that. I warned him. I hope he's cocky. And on that first attack, as hard as I can possibly swing in flame stance, I'm going to spend a an opportunity, and I'm going to crack his shard plate.
Absolutely. You swing with all your might on that first attack, and you see one of the pauldrons has this glowing gem. And you're like, that's my target. And you immediately slam straight into it, cracking it wide open. The stormlight immediately flies out of the gem. And you watch as there's a little flicker to his shard plate. But what you also see is that there are 3 more of those gems kind of bestowed all throughout the armor.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Is there anything you would like to say to your men as they are preparing behind you?
Run. Run, not now. Run. You are going to die. You need to run. That is an order.
I will say, give me persuasion or intimidation at disadvantage.
Can I turn that into a regular roll, since in flame stance I do have advantage on intimidation?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm petitioning for
Always
this. My
argue,
intimidation is
people.
worse.
Always argue.
I think that's just rules
I'm
it's
the one
written
to
out.
argue with, 100%. I told y'all that from the rip. If you could argue with me and make it sound good.
That is that's a 19 on the die. That's 22.
Okay, with a 19. Begrudgingly, they all step out of the room along with Kelly, like kind of pulling her along as well. Storms, you're insane, Lieutenant. As that's happening, it is now the shard bearer's turn. Shard plate.
What if it
wearer's
wasn't?
turn? That's true. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be nice.
What if it wasn't? Argue. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
argue. Adam said argue. Adam said argue. What if it wasn't?
but what if it wasn't?
The quag.
All right, what I'm going to do is he does not strike you. He is
Okay.
going to take a slow action.
Okay.
And since you already took the fast action, I'm sorry, then no,
He would go. It's his turn.
yeah, it's still his turn. All right.
Yep.
The first thing he is going to do, because movement is one of those actions, is going to step toward you.
Okay.
Lean towards you, putting himself in a stance. It's not the best. You've been dueling your entire life. If this man wasn't in this plate, you could take him easily. You do not wish to let your men watch you die? Or perhaps you watch them die? And he is going to do something called distracting banter.
Oh, okay.
And with that, we are going to do opposed intimidation tests against your discipline.
Against my discipline. Okay.
So I'm going to roll using his intimidation.
Can I raise the stakes?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, should.
I should.
In shard plate, this individual has a +9 to intimidation.
Okay. Yeah, that's a flat 19 and with a complication.
With a complication, duly noted. So 10 or higher. I'm sorry, we'll go off yours being the latter. So 11 or higher. He wins. and he rolls a 4. You stand tall and do not lose 1d4 worth of focus.
Oh,
That would cripple me. I would be immediately torn asunder. Okay. Okay.
That is all of his. He is now within range of you.
Yeah.
Like fully. Well, he was in range previously, but I did already say that I made movement.
Okay.
It is now your turn again if you wish it. Fast or slow action.
Slow.
Understood.
Does he take a fast?
He will use. Yeah, because it only costs 1. He uses one of his actions to take damage. He's going to expend one of the charges. So now he's down to 2.
Okay.
But now his armor is fully lit up with Stormlight and 1, basically. But he is down to 2 charges. In the next attack, he's going to do a test blow.
Okay.
Oops. Actually, that makes no sense. Why would I do that if I only have 2 actions? You know what? Instead, I will use my next action, Iron Stance. After an enemy is within 5 feet or grazes them with an attack, the elite can use a reactive strike reaction against the enemy as if they had voluntarily left their reach. It is now your turn.
Okay. Wait, so he didn't. Oh, he entered Iron Stance. Got you. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all I got. 3 attacks. 3 attacks. I swing and swing and swing, and I try to dance and dive and weave in and out of the sword play and the hammer strikes of this man. And I look for weakness. I'm looking for those jewels. I'm looking for, gaps in the armor. Anything. I'm desperate. And I'm going to just roll 3 attacks.
Go for it.
That is a 19, that is a 14, and that is a 9.
Got it. One of those attacks hit.
Okay, yeah. I deal 14 damage, keen.
All right.
And I'm going to spend another of my opportunities. I'm going to... I have to keep doing it. I have to keep doing this. I look for that crack. I need to make him lose a charge. I shatter some of his shard plate.
Absolutely. And with that, you slam into another one of these charges. And as that happens, he kind of starts to realize what's happening. But with that 14 damage, 10 of it is deflected as the shard plate just bounces off. It's the hardest thing you've ever struck besides stone itself with your blade.
10 deflection is crazy.
It sure is.
Okay.
Fast action or slow action?
Fast action.
All right.
What do they choose?
They will take a fast action as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. The helpful assistance of our tech director, shout out Stormbeard, reminded me that there's also the +5 they already have to their deflect. So it's +15.
So I dealt 0 damage. I dealt literally
Incorrect.
no damage.
You took out 2. He is down to 1 charge on his blade.
Okay. So I am gonna say it. I'm gonna attack twice, and if either of these attacks hit, I'm gonna spend my last opportunity and shatter that last charge.
You got it.
I am going to use my my flame stance. I'm going to actually burn one of my. I'm going to burn one of my actions to gain advantage on this attack.
Got it.
And
So you're attacking once?
I am only going to be attacking once. Yes.
You got it.
There it is.
Raise the stakes.
Raise the stakes. Okay, hold on. Die is blank, and it is a 20.
That hits.
My damage is 13. I don't actually strike through, but I hit. I spend my last opportunity. I am also now at 0 focus for what it is worth.
Copy that. I gotta look that up. Because that does some stuff. But as you're losing focus in this moment, you watch as his last gem is cracked, and you kind of see as he gets cautious for a moment as his body begins to get a little bit lethargic. I'll look up focus real quick, my fault.
Yeah.
Your focus. When you have no focus left, your attention might waver, you might stare intently while working through a problem, or you might be overcome with frustration or emotion.
Okay, yeah.
I don't see anything specific in this portion of the rules. If anybody sees anything else, let me know. We're going to continue on with this combat. You have done something most people cannot do, which is see a hint of fear in someone in full shard plate. But that is immediately gone once he prepares his 2 attacks. One's going to be a test blow, the first one.
Okay.
And with a 21, that's going to hit. You take no damage, but your physical defense is dropped by 2.
Oh gosh. Okay. My physical defense is now 16.
Okay. It's a good thing they did that, as they rolled a 6 plus 10.
Ugh.
Ugh.
All right. Warhammer. My apology. I have to find the Warhammer stat because this one only has the shard blade. What is going through Dialan's mind at this moment? Because he has lost focus in just putting his sheer will into those attacks.
Going through Dialan's mind exactly in that moment is, I can't die here. If I die, then the Amalans die. Then Cierna dies. Then Nevod dies. Shardbearers are trying to kill us. Shardbearers are trying to kill us. And it's determination with a frankly unhealthy focus. And then he tries to remember what Zariah has told him. It's got to be something cool, is what comes to mind.
And as you think that, it's got to be something cool. You take 26 points of damage as the Warhammer slams into you and knocks you back 10 feet.
I am wearing. I have 24 health left, and I have a deflection of 3 from breastplate. I took 10 damage from the first strike, and 10 damage from the second strike from those assassins. And I have 44 total health. And I'm wearing breastplate of deflection 3.
Great.
I have 1
You
HP left.
You fly through the room 10 feet. And I'm going to say you fly through the open door. You would have probably went through that as well. But you slam into the hallway. As that happens, you also notice that your soldiers are not as obedient as you thought they were, as they are waiting in this hallway. They see you fall an inch from your life. You are worse for wear. What would you like to do? And I will say, if you do not take the fast action, your soldiers will defend their lieutenant.
I take a fast action, and I will jump to my feet, and I am going to sprint towards this man. I cough, blood comes out of my mouth. I've got a deep, deep, horrifying rend and dent in my armor. That test blow nearly knocked my breastplate from me. And I am going to run it. Actually, I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk at this man, and I am going to drop my sword. And then I am going to slowly get into a bit of a jog to get back into the room. And I think about exactly what Cierna said. And I just give it a test. I'm just like, I just say first, I say, Zariah, help me. Life before death. And then I take a few more steps. And I start pumping my legs towards them. Strength before weakness. And then I'm running. And I am going to try to take this man up and out through the crashed hole in the wall. Journey before destination.
This is a gorgeous room that Sabariel has set up here, by the way. Artwork, silk is everywhere, and these gorgeous chandeliers filled with spheres. Spheres of collected stormlight. And as Dialan, you say these words, and the only thing on your mind is the protection of the people you care about. Not to take this individual out per se, but to guard the lives of the individuals that you made an oath to guard. You launch your body directly at this behemoth, this individual who almost took you out with one blow. And immediately, all the stormlight within this room is consumed by your body. You light up immediately. And you strike full force tackle into a full shard plate wear. And an entire flash, like lightning from a high storm, strikes this entire room. As that's happening, Torvin, you are making your way to where you assume you will eventually find Cierna and Nevod.
Yeah, we just ran off into the night.
You did. I need you to make a deduction check.
All right. That's a 9.
A 9. Don't really know where they are. But then as you're like wandering and looking around, excuse me, good sir.
And
you see this
Torvin will whirl
floating
will
head.
kiss them.
Floating head of vines that are kind of wrapped up in this space in the air. I'm so
Oh.
sorry. You seem to be the one in charge usually. My mistress usually talks with you the most. I have a complaint to make about a certain bodyguard who should be doing his job. Unfortunately, he is wasting his time dawdling on doing something or other somewhere on Roshar knows. I have complaints.
What is going? You have complaints, and he's
Yes,
just.
I would like either a transfer of guards, possibly one of the other individuals, immediately. No, you're of no help. She kind of snakes away out into the air and starts heading towards the estate. As that happens, you see a flash of light from the estate.
Holy shit. Okay, I think that's overwhelming. I think he's going to, like, he'll turn to the men. All right, I don't know where Cierna is, but I think we have to turn back. We've been running in circles. We have to help Dialan. Something's going on at the estate, and he's going to turn the men back around and run back towards the estate.
Okay. Is there anybody else you would like? I'm trying to think of like your NPCs and everything, who you could communicate. There is an individual that would probably be of assistance here. And the first person you would think of is Lorta.
Oh yeah, where is Lorta?
I will let you. That's your NPC. You know, it's you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was she?
Yeah,
at the
I
last
guess
episode. I might have goofed.
She was.
I don't think.
She
was at the
started
dinner.
off there and then
you all
think
separated. Okay.
Yeah. So she was around there. I know that she was, because I was
Okay.
like, I'm not, I was like very cautious of who I would speak to, and I was waiting until it was just us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sure at some point we picked up Lorta, and I would ask her, do you have any idea what's going on? Any information on this? You'd ask her privately. Oh, a few steps away.
As you find her in all of this chaos that's going on. Oh, Nako, there's a bunch going on. The question is, who would you like me to bring up? I have a few of your friends tracked at the moment.
All
All
of
higher
them.
perception checks, gang. Sleepless are very stealthy.
Yeah, I asked for all of them. I asked for Cierna first, and then Dialan.
Well, Cierna seems to have made interesting company along with Nevod. And
Okay.
oh, it seems we have another invested being amongst us.
What is that? Dialan?
It's as if I didn't teach you anything last week. Nako.
Him? All right.
So, where to?
All right. I think my instinct before was correct. Go to the estate.
And you all start rushing towards the estate. I will say, within the ideals, I'm pretty sure you become enhanced, correct?
Empowered.
Empowered, thank you.
Just means infinite stormlight.
Infinite Stormlight. You are doing an
for the scene.
athletics check
Just infinite
Uh,
stormlight.
to tackle.
Yeah, I sure am. I'd like to make a case.
Argue.
I want to use gravitation to send this man out through the window. Do you think that in this moment, Dialan might have a natural affinity or a want to just simply make him go away? And
I
if
will
not,
absolutely
then I'm
say
tackling
that.
him out. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure there was a complication earlier.
There was a complication earlier.
So with doing this, you will tackle this man and shove a full shard-plated individual out and launch them across Sabariel's war camp. But you will go out of that opening as well.
It's like you're reading my mind. I mean, really. I was going to ask if I can go with him.
Absolutely. And that's what you do.
Okay.
Athletics check. Actually, it's not athletics because it's just gravitation. Is there a roll for gravitational surge?
Yes, but I can't make it until you might have to make that one for me because I don't have the gravitation rules in front of me, nor do I have that on my sheet yet.
You got it. I have so many tabs open.
Feel that.
And you get a tab, and you get a tab, and you get a tab.
Right?
Infinite investment? Nah, infinite tabs.
Truly. Gravitation.
Said the first ideal to become a tab runner.
Not the tab runner.
When you move an unwilling target in this
The
way, they
tab
become
runner?
restrained until the start of your next turn. During this movement, if the target passes within each avoid danger reaction to make agility test. We're just gonna launch this dude. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also willing to rule a cool it.
Yeah. Just roll me an athletics check to see.
Okay.
We're gonna look at that to see how far this individual goes.
I'm raising the stakes.
Go for it.
That's a 20 with an opportunity.
You got it.
Can I use that opportunity to twist the narrative and say he goes just stupid far?
Yes.
Okay.
Launching this individual through
I'm holding on.
Sabariel's camp. Oh, you're holding on to him? Sweet.
Oh, I'm going with him. I'm going out with him.
You both go flying through Sabariel's camp. And you get a glimpse of the sky around you, that twilight turning into nighttime. And you see the eyes of soldiers of Sabariel's camp kind of looking up and seeing the unfathomable. Like a comet itself shooting across this war camp alone. It's probably one of the last things that you see because you eventually impact into a building with the shard there. Now, looking at the falling rules, how far would you say you want it to go? You're muted.
Dialan's not really thinking about it.
All right. So I'm going to say the distance itself, football field. That doesn't matter. What matters is we were up a little high. I'm going to say does 30 to 40 feet seem reasonable to you?
That sounds fine.
Okay.
Sounds unfortunate.
It is, because each 10 feet is 1d6 of falling damage. Double sixes.
Have I healed anything?
What are the rules for
through invested healing?
Invested healing.
So
I will say I rolled 3 sixes and a 5.
that sucks for me. That's bad. That's pretty. That's pretty bad. I think I can get. Ooh, yeah. We'll look here. I do want to find it. Okay, hold on. We're finding out. We're finding out. Unrestrained. Oh, I should have got advantage on that test, but oh well. Empowered gives you advantage on all tests.
Love that.
Investiture fills to maximum at the start of each of your turns. Healing.
Start of your turn, so you would have rolled that health at the beginning of this tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Gotta look at
oh, I'm actually getting a Demiplane glitch. It's not letting me click into invested healing.
I hate that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I got you.
All right.
It's a new game, and I still don't know all the rules by heart yet. All right.
Yeah, I would have known it if it was. Oh, okay. I can spend 1 investiture to recover 1d6 plus my tier in health.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find out if I.
Either way, I will say the damage is going to knock you unconscious.
Yeah, I'm definitely unconscious. Yeah.
But another thing, and we'll get to that when it happens, but you slam into the building, both of you tossing and turning, slamming down through the building, and then eventually back outside. In that moment altogether, Dialan, you are knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I'm out.
But at the same time, what you do not see is that this massive man in sharp plate, all gems taken out, more sluggish than usual, looks around him. And Dialan, that man turns and runs. He just witnessed something that's only been told that heralds are capable of, or the alleged night radiants that he thought were still patrolling the skies. And he turns tail and leaves the space, hoping that you are dead on the ground with what you just tried to do. Poor Torvin. You return back to the estate. You watch as a beam of light shoots from the opening of the house and just rockets across Sabario's war camp. The men with you kind of turn and look to you for what to do next.
Do I know it? Do I see what this beam of light is? What do I see here?
I mean, give me a perception check. At advantage.
I just have it in my head.
Shard
like,
plate. Look.
I just in my head I have like he looks at Lorta and she's like, honey, I'm giving you all the answer. Like Lorta's just
another
like,
nat 20.
Nat 20.
yo, let's
you assume
go.
this is someone or something. That is the invested being that Lorta is talking about. You don't know if it's the individual in shard plate or whatever's thrusting them across the open sky. And then it's just gone.
Yeah. With that perception, I think I'm going to if that's an invested being, that is something that I am interested in. So I'm going to book us in that direction, but cautiously. As if we come across anything, we're going to be cautious if there's any commotion. But we're going to go towards the light.
Okay, so you guys stop at the front of the estate. You see that face again. It's about time you showed. Immediately as I show up here, that bodyguard chooses to go in the opposite direction. And you look at her and go, nope, and turn around and start heading
Yeah.
towards the light.
I don't have time for these silly spren.
You like went out, came back, went out, came back, and you're like, fuck, just storms, please. Like,
Help
I'm running in
me.
circles right now. It's fine.
help.
I will say, we'll get right back to our gentleman in a moment. Nevod, as you guys are continuing to walk, eventually these individuals turn to you. Your father still doesn't trust you. So we're going to have to cover your vision for a moment. We will not harm you, but this location cannot be given to anyone.
Fine. I suspected as much. And then in my head, Sarah's keep an eye out.
I assumed as much. Cierna, they look to you and repeat the same words.
It's fine.
Both of you are blindfolded. Basically, a hood is placed over your heads. And for a few, it's like time stands still for a moment as you are having to trust individuals you do not trust at all in directing you away from Sabarial's camp. It becomes quiet for a moment as you know you are transferring to a separate camp.
Are we walking? Are we still walking?
You guys are still walking.
I assume they probably like put cloaks up to like masks that were like blindfolded and stuff, right? I think even though Saris is like keeping an eye out, I think Nevod, just with all of his training, I mean, this is his life. As he says that, and he kind of gives this reassuring look to Cierna before the blindfolds go on, he uses that to peer behind to pinpoint exactly where they are. And as they walk, I just want to see if I can deduce while blind, like, okay, we're walking down the alleyway. We went about 100 paces. We took a left. Like, I just want to see if I can,
I was
do
gonna
it
ask the
myself.
same thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask the
Survival
same thing.
or deduction. So you can do deduction, he can do survival. Blindfolded, I will call this at disadvantage.
It's fine by me.
We are
Roll
looking for a 15.
Okay.
Oh, finally.
Is that where the good rolls have been?
Vindication. Vindication. I don't suck completely.
Okay, you
Yeah,
said
I
it was a
rolled.
disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, so I got a 16. My other roll was
16.
22, so I'm sad.
Yeah, I rolled a 23 and a 22.
Nice. Both of you, unbeknownst to your captors, are tracking specifically the direction, how far away from Sabarial's camp that you are heading. The understanding at the time is that you have left the camp. And then there's a moment where you guys are walking for a while. There's a smell of ash, burnt wood for a long while of this walk. And then even further throughout that, there's a putrid smell of just something that doesn't make sense to you. Actually, with a high with the high deduction roll you rolled, Cierna, you would know that this smell is something. I assume. No, it would make more sense for you, Nevod, as when individuals die on Roshar, the stone is too thick and heavy to bury anyone. So the usual way of sending somebody to rest in death is cremation. And that is the immediate memory that comes to mind when you walk through what you assume to be the next war camp. But it is just immediately like attacking you.
Yeah.
As if it wasn't just one person put to rest in this way. And then there's a moment in which all the light around you, except for possible sphere lanterns, is gone. To a point in which, especially with the 22, you would know that you are now underground.
Yeah, I think when the smell of burning kind of hits them, because I assume Cierna's still holding on to Nev's arm.
Yeah.
She is unintentionally like death gripping your arm. She is clearly terrified.
Internally, every once in a while, ow. Like, it's like when my baby pinches the back of my arm. I'm like, please. Like,
as you guys continue down this tunnelway in the darkness, Torvin, you run around this damn war camp and you get to the spot in which you believe the impact of whatever happened. And you see lying there is Dialan.
He's going to take a moment and assess what he's looking at. Is it just Dialan I see? That's it?
You see, using the trajectory of what you assume where Dialan came from, you see Dialan, then you see like the remnants of what used to be a cart, and then an opening in the side of a building. And then you see like the opening on the other side of that building. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's where he would have camped. Oh.
Yeah. After a brief hesitation, I would rush to go and assist him.
His armor's destroyed.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and provide what medical attention I can with the people who I have with me. Who do I have? Anybody that has any?
You have some of Dialan's guards with them, soldiers.
Is there? Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, does any of them have better than a +2 at medicine?
I don't think so.
Anyway,
hold on, let me check.
I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'm gonna go ahead and take my my shot at just tending to make sure that he's okay.
Roll that. And as you're making that medicine check, Dialan, if you wish, when you're unconscious, you can also heal yourself. So if you want to go ahead and spend that second investiture to bring yourself out of unconscious.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 5 for invested healing. Plus, we're tier 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I gained 7 HP back.
Torvin, you look at Dialan. If he is alive, he's on the edge of life itself. You think to all the heralds, you pray to all the heralds that this will work. You begin chest compressions, and then immediately all the stormlight from your spheres is pulled into Dialan, and he wakes up in front of you. You've done it. You saved Dialan.
I don't know if he's flabbergasted. He's shocked. Just he thought Dialan might be dead.
Good thing you were here. With the 6. Good thing you were here.
Are you all right? Dialan.
His eyes like flutter open. He tries to catch a breath and he looks at you. And he like staggers to one elbow and has it just drop out from under him. Is Cierna okay? Is she alive?
He tries to steady Dialan. I couldn't
Content
find them.
warning. Real quick. Content warning. You are hearing the bones of Dialan's body fixing themselves as he's talking to you.
Mhm. And you would hear the stutter in his words as he kind of acknowledges the crunching of bones. And he repeats himself, I couldn't find them.
Then I've got to go.
No. He's gonna give him a hand on the shoulder. You're in no condition to do anything right now. Can I help
I think
him
that's
heal?
enough to like. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I help him heal in some way? Like, when you roll to heal, you use focus, or what? How does that work?
Moment. As that's happening, and we're trying to figure that out. Lorta kind of looks to you, Torvin, and also you, Dialan. Narcos, if I understand, it's been a very eventful evening. You still have some wounded back at the estate, and for the time being, the brightness and the bright Lord Aoket himself they could be in worse situations. But, and there's a big but, we may possibly have the location of some very high priority individuals. And as she says that to you two, Nevod and Cierna, you finally stop walking. The hoods are lifted from your heads. And you see kind of sitting a little sheepish, but still holding her demeanor in nobility. Cierna, you see your mother. You see more worse for wear and looks as if he was fighting off whatever intruders happened upon him is your father, kind of like a shiner under his eye, and bleeding from his mouth a bit. Higher up, kind of sitting in a palanquin, is a very pristine, light-eyed individual, kind of pacing at the same floor as you, another one. One of them in red and brown, the other in separate colors. This was not how this was supposed to work. Well, relax. Complications happen. Once Bright Lord Aoket is here, we can discuss matters in a more civilized manner. Is this how you stare at your high princes? And that is where we're going to end this episode of Heirs of Honor. We did it, gang!
Screaming into the void.
Did it. We did it.
We did it! We found the high princes!
Oh my god, I'm so glad we have one another episode. Oh!
That is correct. Thank you for shouting that out, TheMandii. We have one final episode of Heirs of Honor next Thursday, where we will conclude this crazy, really simple job. Sabari'll just asked them to make a trade route. I don't know what all the fuss is about.
I would like to argue, as you always should argue, that we could have more than just one more episode because this is way too good.
Yeah.
We will
Oh,
in the
man.
future. But yes,
And
our
recognition.
final episode of this season of Heirs of Honor will be next Thursday. Appreciate all y'all for hanging out with us tonight and seeing the words be spoken once again. Awesome. Also, Blood Money, much earlier tomorrow, 2 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. PST. And then Breath Between Branches on next Tuesday. And once again, our final episode of this season of Heirs of Honor next Thursday. Y'all, it has been a pleasure playing this game. Ready to play one more game next week. Get your rest. Enjoy your weekend for some 3-day weekend. And always remember, journey before destination. Have a wonderful night.